What's up, you guys? Slim here at SlimXTeamSymmetry, here with the next installment of Slim Psychology. This one is actually a real favorite one of mine. This is going to be on Malefics, you guys. I have not talked about Malefics in a really long time. The reason being is I have actually not run the deck in quite a while. The deck seemed a little slow, and, I went on to other decks, but I have actually never given up any of these cards, and I have held on to them for the longest time. And I'm basically here for this video to give a little overview of the deck. I have done it before. If you guys remember some of my old videos, I talked a lot about Malefic and its just amazing ability to take out the meta. This meta, however, has not proved to be one where Malefic can do extremely well. I'm not saying that it's not a bad deck idea. It just, for me, has not proven to be consistent enough against like Rabbit and other decks, only due to the speed factor. But aside from that, this is an amazing deck, and we're just going to get into some very basic stuff. I've highlighted, a lot of the cards around here. You can't see them all yet, but I zoom out a little bit. We do have a lot of cards here that we're going to talk about. So we're just going to get to the very basics. It's Malefic for a reason. The main one is, of course, your 4,000 beater. This thing is ridiculous. Cyber End, remove the Cyber End, drop it. 4,000. If you hit your opponent with this once, it's pretty much over. I mean, it's really hard to come out of this. And, it's kind of funny. If they do waste a Solemn Warning on it and you happen to have another one, you've basically taken out more than half their life points by doing nothing. You summon, they warning, you attack. Okay, cool. Bring out another one, and that's like it. Amazing card. By far one of the best cards in the deck. Also, some versions, my version did not run this, but I can see why it might actually be a really good idea. This is another beater, just a 2,500 beater. Same rules apply, just attack. It's broken. And plus it protects your field, which is great. And I think one of the best cards for the deck is the Ancient Gear Gachilotron Dragon. This thing, is amazing. You attack, they can't activate spells or traps. You can't deprison it, you can't Mirror Force, you can't do a lot of things to it. It's great, it really adds to the, real beatdown effect of this deck. Those are the main beater monsters, aside from, depending on what version of the deck you run. You can run 3 Thunder King. Everyone knows why Thunder King is good, self-explanatory. You run Commandant to get your Necro Valley, and also under Necro Valley, 2100 beater, not a bad, beat stick. And of course, Beast King Barbaros, because we do run Skill Drain. So basically another 3000 beater, and if not, it comes in at 19. 19 is great. Crash with something, attack over something, it's a really good card. Pretty self-explanatory when it comes to the monsters. The monster count is low in this deck. I've never had my monster count go above 14. Usually it's 13, it just depends. For our fields, it's really simple. We run 3 Gear Town and 2 Necro Valley. Some run 3 and 3. I didn't like 3 and 3. It felt to be a little clunky. Yeah, whatever. Gear Town is amazing because you already know. You play Gear Town, set over it, Gear Town activates Engrave, you bring out this bad boy, and it is one of the best opening plays, if not the best opening play this deck has. By having Gachilotron on the field turn 1, if your opponent doesn't have Dark Hole, Smashing, whatever, this card's not really going anywhere. It's very hard to get over this card. Rabbit has to make Lagia and Lance to get over it, Dolk and Lance to get over it. It's not an easy thing to do. So this card, like I said, is just great. And, onto our fields. Gear Town is self-explanatory. You run it for the field presence for the Malefic, and you run it for, like I said, just for a field. And you do run Necro Valley. The reason why you run Necro Valley is Necro Valley is still one of the best field cards in the game. Completely shits on Exectors, literally. They can't really do anything with this out. Plus, it is kind of bitchy, but you do run the copies of Royal Tribute because it's Royal Tribute. It combos with Necro Valley. It just really devastates an opponent when you Royal Tribute away all their monsters. During the plant format, where plants were the best, this deck completely wrecked them because you would just take away all their options. Have Necro Valley, Royal Tribute, everything's gone. Good game. That's pretty much it. Like I said, the format's changed a lot. So the deck, I know a lot of people still do run the deck because people do message me about it every once in a while, so this is why I felt I should make the video. But yeah, it's still a really good deck. It just depends, how you build it. Of course, you're going to run Terraforming, self-explanatory, you get your field. Also, this adds a lot of consistency to the deck. What I noticed about this deck is it's pretty damn consistent. Having Terraforming and Commandant to search your fields is great. You can run either Pot of Duality, or you can run Upstart Goblin and trade-ins with this deck. I personally like the Pot of Duality build just because I was given options when I went to go add a card to my hand. I always liked getting those options, but I mean, that was just me. And, when it came to the traps and stuff, they were pretty self-explanatory. You ran your 3 skill drains. This card do I even have to say it? It's just busted. You know, take away all your opponent's effects. Cool story. It's pretty much over. If you can protect this, which is your main goal, you have game. It's very hard for your opponent to come out of this. That's why at the time I ran 3 Dark Bribe, protect the stuff. You don't care if your opponent draws. There's really nothing that they're going to draw that can get over a 4,000 beater in Cyber End, so you never really worried. You're out to Heavy Storm, you're out to MST, you're out to Dark Hole, anything that could really get in your way. These cards were just, you know, they were needed. One of the best cards for the deck, a lot of people will argue with me on this, but Safe Zone is great in this deck. Safe Zoning a Thunder King can win you a game alone against some decks because you can't destroy it with you know, smashing or, you know, Dark Hole or anything, and it's great. Also, another really cheap combo is if you have this set, your opponent MSTs or Heavy Storms, they have a monster face up, chain the Safe Zone to their monster, the Safe Zone leaves, and their monster goes bye-bye as well. So, really good card, protects your monster, and I mean, it just wins games. The monster can't attack directly, but it doesn't matter. If you have skill drain on the field, you have a Malefic out, you can still summon your Beast King or your excuse me, your Beast King. You can attack the monster. If this is Safe Zone, attack for 3,000. It's still really good. Even if you have this setup right here, that's 7,000 to the face. They're pretty much done at that point. There's really no way for them to come back. That's what I've always loved about this deck, is that it can be a 1-2 hit game, and that's it. And your opponent will scoop, or they'll just have no way to come out, and you'll, of course, win from there. Other things you can do with this deck that I've noticed over time is you can really abuse the viruses. Deck Dev hits all the little monsters. EEV is broken if you can really make it work. You do have 2 targets depending on if you run them both. You do have 2 targets in both Malefics, and it's broken because you can call spells or traps. If you know what deck you're playing against, obviously you'll know what to call. Also, whatever can hurt you the most at the time, that it's great. If you can get this off and have Dark Bribes to protect the rest, there's no reason why you shouldn't win. Deck Dev is great too, obviously. You can hit rabbits, you can hit tour guides, you can hit a lot of things. If the skill drain doesn't take care of them, this will. And you do have your target, so it's great. And then other cards you can run. Warning is not run in this deck, you guys. You do not run Solemn Warning. You don't need it. There's not really any monster, like I said, some that can really get over 4,000 or whatever. So it's good to just run the Compulses to protect your monsters. Bounce it back, aggressive card for game. That's it. They set, end phase, Compulses back, attack for 4,000. That's pretty much it. And another card you can run in this deck, since you do run a lot of backer, you can run Starlight Road. You do run 3 copies of Stardust if you are running the Malefic Stardust, so why not? Why not have that extra out if they try to storm you, or Black Rose you, or Dark Hole you, or whatever, and you don't have an out? Flip the Starlight Road, bring out the Stardust. They're pretty much done at that point. And I guess the whole philosophy aspect of this video is that this deck is extremely powerful and is overwhelming for your opponent. I've seen so many people at my regionals who have run this deck, and I can just look at the opponent that's playing against them in their eyes. I can see it in their eyes. I can see when they're staring down a Malefic Cyber Ed, and they have absolutely no way of getting rid of it. One hit and half your life's gone. It's a really crazy thing, and if they Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning, they're giving you game because you're going to beat face with this card, you're going to beat face with the other cards, and you are going to control that game. And that's what I love so much about the Malefic deck. What I think needs to be done is the deck needs speed. Card D might be that card. I'm not sure. I'm going to make a video on Card D soon enough. But let me know what you guys think. I'm really glad you guys like this series, this philosophy psychology series. And I just hope that you guys will keep to send me great ideas. I'll be doing Machina, Gravekeeper, Insectors, Windups, and a lot of other ones in due time. So let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Please thumbs up this video. Anything I could have done to improve this video, let me know. Thumbs up for the Malefics. They're amazing. We're definitely going to try to bring this deck back soon. So let me know what you guys think, and thank you for watching.